Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Zebra Nation Plays Endless Space 2. We're starting up right back where we ended the last episode, turn 38, the beginning of turn 38. We have not moved a muscle since then, so we're going to continue right on. First things first, we're going to look at our system and see if we can upgrade some of these systems here. So we'll go to Systems. What's this unavailable stuff? Outpost cannot construct anything until it becomes a colony. Okay, so Lynx is still an outpost. So we got colonies here. Take a look at Pegasus. Alright, how do we upgrade these systems? This is a question. There it is. So system development. Costs 1 turn, 30 dust, upkeep 0. I mean, I think we can do that. Bam. 1 turn to upgrade the system. That's cool. And, we ought to be able to upgrade at least 3 of these systems, I think. So let's go next with Karis. Do you want to use some 3 turns for the ship to come out? That's a lot of turns to wait. Could spend 299 influence. We're gaining 39 influence per turn. $259. Huh, the spin project's even cheaper. That's interesting. I still don't particularly need the ship. Yeah, so let's buy the spin project, then upgrade the settlement. Put that right after the spin project. So there we go. Good news there. Good stuff going on. And then finally, do we want to upgrade Marope or Banny? Let's see, what are we looking at here? They've only got 1 colonizable planet. Marope has 3 colonizable planets. Oops. So yeah, let's upgrade that planet there. Okay, I just want to make sure that we were recording. And I also want to make sure that we are having our cake and eating it too. And by that I mean a timer. There we go. Because you need a timer when you're baking a cake. I think that's where that connection comes in. But don't quote me on that. Okay, so we're just going to upgrade 3 systems. We're not going to use all of our resources upgrading stuff right now. So there we go. Let's see. Let's get the turn in motion by starting our ships running around. Okay, still no pirates. So we're going to hang out here in the Karis system for a turn. We'll blockade just in case. Do we have anything to scout down here? Yes, we do. Right, we got some anomalies. Let's scout them anomalies. Expedition successful on Karaz 1. Your analysis of subterranean was successful. Titanium resource deposit and +5 titanium loot. Good for us. Oh, quest started. A new Jose. I think that's supposed to be a new hope. Unless that's a word that I'm unfamiliar with. There might be a spelling mistake here. I'm not sure. But we'll let the developer figure that out. A group of archaeologists from your exploration party has come to you with a bizarre report. They claim to have seen a ghostly airship made of balloons and solar panels silently traversing the planet's skies. You are initially skeptical, but one of your historians insists that the airship matches the mythical descriptions of Jose. Well, they probably didn't misspell it twice, but maybe it's just misspelled in the database. Maybe it's an alien word. Anyway, an ancient endless who watched from the skies as her home planet Kyros was converted to dust. Oh, that sounds sad. Jose is a long dead with the rest of the endless, and this planet could not possibly be Kyros. But the story seems to have captured the imagination of your crew, who are now speaking of founding a colony here. Create an outpost on Karaz 2, and you will get the Obelisk of Remembrance, which is a reward of some sort. Oh, let's see what it does. Can we see what it does here? Yes. Okay, it's a unique system improvement. This great pillar of memory, both of Jose's sacrifice and Kiros' destruction, is made of the most valuable materials currently known. It should stand as a memorial until the heat death of the universe. So this is a permanent structure here. Gives you plus 10 happiness, plus 7 influence on temperate. Is that all temperate planets get a plus 7 influence? That's cool. So this is where some of like the civilization style wonders can come into effect. You can find unique planets and this kind of unique upgrade. So it's got some cool stuff. Again, it's that depth I talked about in some of the previous episodes, where a strategy game needs some depth. And one thing Endless Space does, I guess their other franchises do. I'm not too familiar with their other Endless franchises, but I played Endless Space 1, and one thing it does different is sort of a narrative depth to it, and it looks like they're really doubling down on that here in Endless Space 2, so that's good stuff. Okay, so we need to colonize here. That's good, but there's another anomaly, so we'll check the anomaly here. Let's see. Expedition successful on Keras 2. Your analysis of signal on Keras 2 was successful. Plus 5 Eden incense as loot. Okay. So it's not a resource that we have access to, but we just got a little extra loot. So that's good. Okay, so we'll leave them there for now. New luxury discovered. Your empire has access to Eden incense. Sort of. We got 5 units of it. So we just built sustainable farms on Merope, and we're heading towards the settlement next. That'll be good, good, good. Any fleets hanging around? We don't really see any fleets hanging around here just yet. Still don't know where those reavers went. They might have gone down south, continued on to this area we don't know about. Let's see, Banny, what are you constructing over here? Xenotourism will be ready in 5 turns. Okay. Lanica, what are you up to? Sustainable farms, that's good. And Ayena, what do we got here? Intergalactic supermarket. Good stuff. We got one fleet not doing anything. Can we move you? Yeah, he can go half a turn maybe. Alright, so let's end that turn. Turn 38 in the books. We're looking good. Oh, I think I forgot to save. After the last episode. So as soon as this turn is done ending, I'm going to save just because, this is a beta game. Once again, I want to stress that this is beta, and beta games can crash and things like that. So I want to make sure I get my save intact. And make sure I drink some tea. So here goes the save. Here goes the save. As soon as the turn ends, it's looking good. It's been pretty stable recently. I had a couple of crashes. I had that one crash that happened on air, but now we got a new hero available for recruitment. Okay, we got some heroes of different races. This is interesting. We have Callista, Velm, Omakar. She's a Lumeris type hero, a seeker, a scientist. She has some different skills. Then we got Oleg Largarin, a Terran. He's a Guardian type hero, so he focuses on fleet warfare and industrial production. He's also a scientist. What does the Seeker focus on? Exploration of the galaxy and scientific wisdom. And then finally, we have Genhestra Drev Mayos, level 2, a Lemaris. He's just big and fat, I guess. I thought he was a different alien race, but maybe not. He's just fat. All right. He's a counselor, focused on empire-wide resources and diplomacy. He's also an industrialist. Okay, so he's not a scientist. And he's got different skill categories. So, we just got a scientist party, and they don't have anybody to get behind. So I think we'll want to pick one of these scientists, even though I do like counselors, because they can help you focus on your empire, and I like doing that. I don't think we need Guardian. Seeker focus on exploration of the galaxy and scientific wisdom. So would we want to put her in a ship and send her flying around? I don't think so, but maybe. Anyway, she's interesting to me, so we'll pick her just to give the scientific party somebody to rally behind and get some diversity in our crew. Right now we got all humans going on here. Okay, a new event in progress. New industrialist. Okay, so this text with this background is not helping me read things. So I'd like a little darker background with the white text, if you please. Anyway, the new industrialist movement on Iena is causing more problems than you would like. Apparently, some political organizations have been spearheading a civilian movement to tear down the old, destroying valuable cultural monuments and priceless artifacts in an attempt to usher in a new industrial era. If this is allowed to continue, intellectualism and innovation on Iena will be crippled for decades to come. Still, the near fanatical energy of this movement is doing wonders for the system's industry. What will you do? Okay, so if we stop the movement, we get minus 20 or plus 20 science on the system, minus 20 production. Increases the scientist party. If you ignore it, minus 20 system, minus 20 science on the system for 10 turns. Obviously, all this is in effect for 10 turns. Or plus 20 production increases the industrialist party. So we just boosted the scientist party by giving them a hero. Now I don't really like the minus 20 production on their system. That's gonna... I don't know if they're... See, I can't see the system, so I can't tell what to do if they're a good scientific system or not. Let's see. Let's minimize that and take a look at Iena. How are we looking here? 15 production. Oh no, we're colonized here. So 18 production, 18 science. So it's a good science producer for us, a good production. I mean, this is a solid planet all the way around. So they're right. I don't want problems here. This is a good planet. I enjoy this planet. I take some tea. Oh, we got a new thing we can check out here too. But you know what? I'm not big on civil unrest. All right, we got our hero recruited. Oh, she's got a flashlight. Look at her. She's all scientific and exploratory. But that's not what I want to deal with right now. I wanted to deal with the new event. So we're going to stop this. You know, there's no civil unrest in our empire here. I'm not going to put up with that. So we'll stop it. Boost the scientific party yet again. Population gained on Merope and Bani. More Zvali joining the crew. So we're starting to get a diverse population. That's good. Construction. Settlement on Pegasus has been completed. So let's take a look at that. And where does it say we're level 2? Settlement level 2. Look at that. An advanced and self-sufficient base. That's cool. I don't know what it does, if it's going to like... I guess we should have looked at some of these stats before we boosted the system. But we know one thing is it's going to have greater manpower. Oops. Let's see. Where is our manpower at? I don't see it on here. No, I don't see it on our list of resources or planets or anything. Oh well. That's not going to come into effect too much until we start building, a lot of ships and a lot of settlers and stuff. I think it's mostly for war things, the manpower situation. But I'm not fully... Don't quote me on that, basically. Alright, so we also built the settlement on Merope. And we're next turn, we're building the settlement on Karas. So that's the good stuff. Alright, so that's done. Back out. Oh, well, yes. First of all, let's save the game. YouTube game 1, save, confirm. I should build a second save for this just in case that save gets corrupted. But, okay, alright, stop. There we go. Okay, still no reavers in sight. Let's see, let's get you down here. Did we build that ship or not? I don't see a ship. I don't see any hangars anywhere. So I don't see a ship in the works there either. Karas? Nope. They're getting their settler next. Oh, there's the defender right there. Alright, let's see what happens if we hit the delete button. Nope. There we go. Yep. Just spend some money to get it, but again, I don't need it, so... stop this. Alright. I'm getting out of control here. Out of control. Let's scan. Nope. Let's not scan. Must have used all of our turns getting here, because we definitely have things to scan down here. Right, we got a life form, happy little life form, and subterranean. Oh, come on. Hitting the B button too much. So what I want to do is I want to split this fleet up a little bit. Again, I want the patrol ship out of here so that he can go off on his own. I'm going to send him back up this way so I can do some scouting this way. So what that means is that, I don't know, we'll build another ship down here. 14 turns. I do want the university. So, on second thought, we won't build that ship. All you have to do is click on it to get it to go away, honestly. So that's good. Let's see. Anything else we can do? No, this turn is a waste. Oh wait, yes. Thank you for bringing this up, because I had clicked on this, I'd gotten rid of this, but I didn't take care of it. Got to assign new skills to our new hero here. So, she's a scientist. Are there any fleets we can assign her to? So we could assign her to the second alien formation at Lynx. Where's that at? Okay, yeah, that's these guys. So that's a scientific, that's a scouting thing. So, will her powers do anything for scouting? I don't know. I've never had like a focus on exploring the galaxy. So let's take a look at her skills and see what we can see. She's got a cool ship. All right, that's fine. Skill points. So what can she do with her special skills? Mayos family favor. Hero cuts a deal with Mayos clan for additional political support. Okay. Omakar industrial operations. Elite team of maverick Omakar engineers join up with the hero's fleet to maintain and improve hull and shield conditions. That's interesting. Expedition management. There's no icon there. Hero takes personal charge of research expeditions across the system, applying their accelerated intelligence to finding well-preserved ruins on frozen planets. So on system, if assigned, plus 10 science on system. That's interesting. What about fleet? Enhanced astronavigations. Thousands of years beyond the days of sail and sextant, navigating by the stars still proves a valuable skill. A canny knowledge for star patterns gives the hero's fleet enhanced vision and exploration abilities. So plus 2 vision and plus 2 movement speed. That's interesting. Cosmic Castaway, plus 2 experience and plus 1 vision. Or plus 1 food, plus 1 production on planets. That's the generic skills. You can see how generic those are. So I can have healthier fleet with better shields, also better range and movement, and better experience and range. I'm just thinking, you know, if I get all 3 of those basic skills. Let's see, unofficial weapons acquisition. That's interesting. Skills, Star Trekking instructions. More movement points. Plus 1 maximum probe stock. So yeah, it looks like her number 1 track here. Plus 10% reduced ship damage. Minus 50% assignment duration on hero. What does that mean? Minus 50% assignment duration. I don't know what assignment duration is. Personal militia. Okay, so she's got a lot of interesting fleet skills. So I guess we'll go with those. Let's see, she starts off with 1 skill point, so we'll give her the enhanced astronavigation as her very first skill. And then we will assign her to that scouting fleet over here in links. And we'll send her about the galaxy doing galactic stuff. Okay, so that's done with that. Done with that. Let's move on to turn 40. Take a drink of tea. There we go. See what's going on in Twitch right now. We got, I don't know, some sort of MOBA situation going on. I don't know if it's a MOBA, but it's definitely one of those sort of hero class things. It looks like a MOBA. It possibly is. Anyway, that turn is almost done. We got lots of stuff going on here. There's our quest at Kraz to start. So we should probably build a settler, now that I'm thinking of it. Probably do that. That would be a good idea. Oh, we got another quest complete. Looking to the future. Excavating the past, part 1. Hold at least 3 systems of level 2 or higher. Hey, we just built all those systems. Good for us. Your glittering systems are jewels in your empire's crown. Hadrilenko has learned much, even bringing a very useful industrial boost to the table. Will you make this your legacy when the time comes, though? So we got sci-fi prototyping. Unlocks the sci-fi design school. Okay, so that's a system improvement we can build. I don't think we get it automatically. I think we have to build it. Yeah. Okay. Academy power increase. The power of the academy has reached level 3. Heroes will start at this level when recruited. Yeah, we could have got that a turn earlier. Oh, battle at Lynx. We found the pirates. The Prowler. 49 attack, 67 defense versus a patrol ship. 29 attack, 54 defense. And our new hero, 70 attack, 98 defense. That is a nice little ship she's flying around in. So let's take a look at our battle plans. We're 88% compatible for that. 86% compatible. I mean, I guess we'll... Why does that get a star, though? Plus 20% damage on mana, plus 25%, plus 25 defense. Medium range, I don't know why there's a star there, but I'll go with that because of the star. Which breaks from my usual course of always going long range, but you know what? We'll mix it up. Try to clear out the sinuses to make us a little less nasally, but I mean that's probably not impossible, or probably is impossible due to our Midwestern upkeep. Oh, what is this? Why do we have 3 ships? And why is it Hadrilenko? So this is our fleet. This is not at Lynx. This is at Karas. That's interesting. Did I misread that, or am I going crazy? Anyway, these guys are in trouble now because we have 3 ships instead of 2. Although we are charging towards them, which is not really what I wanted to do. But that's fine. Here comes our missiles. They're taking some serious damage. I don't think they've gotten through our shields yet. There's one Prowler about to go down. Yeah, our ships still look pretty clean. There's our flagship. Now we're going to be turning to make the broadside here pretty shortly. Our flagship seems to be getting attacked pretty good. Here we go. Turning to make the broadside. Right. Shots deflecting off our armor. But they are definitely focusing on our flagship. We're taking damage. There's one Prowler down for the count. See, this is a little bit more of a dynamic firefight. There goes the second ship. Decisive victory. We definitely took some damage that time, though. They got through our shields a little bit. Yeah, the flagship took a pounding there. So I think we have to upgrade our hero ships here. That might be a good thing to do. But that should take care of those pirates for a while. Other than down here. So here we go. Now it's the Battle of Lynx. One Prowler versus these 2 guys. So what's the battle plan here? I guess we're better short-range fighters. That's not good. Even though the broadside gets the star again. What's the star? Trajectory results in a range that gives the flotilla an advantage over the enemy if the ships are designed to be effective at that distance. Okay, so this is the comparison of our 2 strategies, but not necessarily our fleets. So as you can see, we're only 75% at medium range, but it's a better strategy compared to their strategy. All right. But our ships would be better here at short range. Now I wonder if they would get an advantage over us if we did it this way. So we'll take the advantage. Play the percentages, I guess. Hopefully we don't lose our brand new hero. Although they don't really die. Well, I can't say that for certain. I've had them get blown up and not die in the past. They just get injured for however many turns, 10 turns or so. So here we go. We've got a scout. There's a prowler. So that was interesting. They split their fleet and went different directions. So that was interesting of them. Here we have a scout. I don't know why they wouldn't show our fancy new ship, but that's how it is. There's the prowler. They've got 2 guns. There's our fancy new ship. Trying to close the distance. Oh, they've got some missiles in the background. It's good, doing some damage right off the bat. They don't have shields, so they're taking damage immediately. Our ship doesn't have shields either. We gotta rectify that situation. Gotta give our hero some shields and some upgraded weapons. The scout is doing no help right now. So it's basically a one-on-one fight until we get up close, and then the scout will be able to do some damage with the broadside. Here we go. Now the scout's finally chipping in. A couple of machine gun shots. Maybe one of these days we should upgrade our scouts as well, but typically I don't like to fight with the scouts. But maybe for this fleet I'll make an exception. I don't know. We'll make some special scouts for her fleet. But yeah, we definitely need to upgrade her ship, because that's too cool of a ship to be taking this much damage. There we go. Now she can chip in with her machine guns as well as her torpedoes. Oh, that torpedo missed. It's taking a lot of damage. They're at half health here. Whoa! Oh! Our hero blew up, and so did their prowler. That's no good. Decisive victory. What you talking about, Willis? We lost our hero. That was a very, very risky or very expensive battle. Alright, there's our timer, but we got to figure out what happened to this here. Let's get that. Oh, no, there she is. She still survived. She's got 1 health left on her ship. Yeah. She's got 1 health left. Can we, repair that situation? Yeah, for 56 gold, we'll definitely repair that. What about up here? I don't think they need repairs. No, they don't. Well, he could use a repair, right? He's at 500 out of 1600 health, but ships are at full health. Does not seem to be the situation I'm looking at, buddy, pal. Maybe you can't repair these guys. Maybe they just repair on their own. What can we do? We can add a couple of things to this guy here. So we can upgrade his shields. Turn his machine guns into upgraded lasers. Don't need to add an extra engine. Could add an extra shield. Sure. Add an extra shield. There we go. Close that. Let's go back to our lady who obviously needs some upgrades. Okay, so she's got armor, but no shields. Oh no, there's her shield. She's got shields, but no armor. And we don't really have much in the way of support modules, so we need to research some of those to give her some boosts. But again, let's do the same thing. Let's replace her lasers. Basic armor. So let's replace one of those armors with a upgraded shield. And there we go. So hopefully that helps her out. She's got shields, she's got lasers, and she can fight at a distance. There's no reason for her to be all fighting up close and stuff. Okay, so now that those battles are over with, that was exciting. Oh, we're supposed to end this. All right. We're ending. We already went over clocked there. So see you next time for Space Adventures, Endless Space 2, the beta. Bye.